Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Before we begin, I want to ask one thing. What happens when an episode that hasn't even aired yet is already able to shake an entire fandom before our eyes even see it? That is exactly what's happening right now. The newest episode of Are You Sure is coming soon, and the entire fandom is already prepared. Screenshots, clips, analyses, and, like always, falling in love all over again with Jikook moments that feel natural, warm, and never forced. Every time they appear together, there's a light that's hard to explain, something that makes everything feel alive. But behind all that excitement, there is one shadow that always follows them everywhere. Noise, whispers, rumors, baseless theories. And today, we're not just watching their sweet moments. We're dissecting reality. We're looking at Jimin and Jungkook's relationship from a perspective that's more honest, deeper, and more emotional than what appears on the surface. If you're ready, let's begin. As we all know, the new episode of Are You Sure is about to air, and that means one thing. We're about to get more Jikook moments that are cute, warm, spontaneous, and always melt our hearts without even trying. Whenever they're together, there's a natural energy you can feel immediately. But behind the anticipation, there's one thing that never truly disappears. Noise. Endless noise. Whispers that won't die. For years, Jikook has been the target of rumors, wild theories, baseless assumptions, and narratives without any supporting evidence. Dating rumors, secret relationship theories, blurry pictures zoomed in until they break, strange angle screenshots, and over-the-top analysis that has no logic at all. And hilariously, it all circles back to one thing that gets forced over and over. Tattoos. They say Jungkook has the same tattoo as someone. They say it has a hidden meaning. They say it proves a secret relationship. The question is simple: who can prove that? Answer: no one. No clear photo. No HD footage. No official confirmation. Nothing but twisted opinions. And even if that tattoo does exist, what's the problem? That design is extremely common in Korea. Many people have similar tattoo styles. Even the photos used to prove everything are always blurry, shaky, and unclear. It could be a bandage, a sticker, a shadow. Yet strangely, rumors like that spread faster than facts. Ironically, when there's a super clear video of a certain idol with someone that looks very real, some people will scream, "Fake! Edited!" But if there's the blurriest photo zoomed in until it turns into pixels, this is 100% real. Logic, nowhere to be found. And then there was RM's latest live. His words were taken piece by piece, twisted, manipulated. People cut the context, ripped out 2 words, and turned them into something that supposedly sounds negative toward Jungkook. When in reality, the context was completely different. It's truly ironic how the words of a leader can be used as a weapon to attack his own member. Which brings us to the biggest question. Why are there people who call themselves fans, yet spread hate and false theories that hurt their own idols? No artist deserves that kind of treatment. What's sad is that these rumors overshadow what we should actually be celebrating. The real, natural closeness between Jimin and Jungkook. They don't need rumors to look close. They don't need theories to prove their connection. They don't need screenshots to show comfort. That comfort is already visible in the way they look at each other, talk to each other, and protect each other, without needing any extra words. Now we enter the part that truly shook the fandom. In the latest preview of Are You Sure, there was a moment where Jungkook, with his own words, said something that had only been speculation until now. From the very beginning, he wanted to serve in the military with Jimin. Not because circumstances forced him. Not because he was confused. Not because he had no other choice. But he knew what he wanted. And his answer was Jimin. He wanted to go through the most difficult and emotional period of his life with the one person he trusts completely, Park Jimin. And what hits even harder is this. This isn't fanfic. Not a headcanon. Not a theory. These are Jungkook's own words. The preview feels like a gentle punch to the chest, because we finally realize that the closeness we see on the surface is only the tip of something far deeper. Wednesday feels so far yet so close. We know the episode will be full of emotion. There will be lines that make us pause, rewind, slow motion, and rewatch endlessly. Because every glance has weight, every breath feels like a code, every gesture carries emotions that pierce through the screen. And the most beautiful part, none of it is a drama. There is no script, no fake romanticization, no forced narrative. All of it is real, coming from the hearts of two people who have chosen each other for years, despite the noise and exhaustion of the world outside. Just from the preview alone, we already know this episode is a turning point, not just a typical episode. And in the middle of all this, something else feels suspicious. In one day, the number of sudden celebrity scandals that appeared was ridiculous. First, the dating rumor between Jungkook and Winter. They say the tattoos match. They say the Instagram username change meant something. Honestly, it's funny. If he used Min Jungkook, people would freak out again, because Winter's Korean name is Minjong. Whatever he does gets twisted. Second, check the hot news list. For major news stories kept popping up back to back. And all of them were released at the exact same time as a much bigger issue. Bang Si-hyuk's assets being frozen, worth $100 million, due to allegations of unfair trade. And after that, old rumors suddenly resurfaced. Stale issues were reprinted. Old stories were pushed back up as if they happened today. Why did all of this appear at the same time? Why is the timing so clean? What is being covered up? And who gets dragged again? Jikook? Jimin? They're always pulled into the mess for no reason. But in the end, there is one thing that cannot be shaken. The truth shown through their own actions. Not rumors. Not theories. Not blurry screenshots. But the way they look at each other, protect each other, and choose each other, even in the hardest moments of their lives. When Jungkook said he wanted to enlist with Jimin from the very beginning, without hesitation, without any other option, that is something no one can twist. That is reality, not a theory. This Wednesday might become one of the most emotional days in Jikook history. An episode we will replay, discuss, analyze frame by frame. An episode that changes the way we see them. Until that day comes, all we can do is prepare our hearts. Because the intensity waiting for us is no joke. And when the episode finally airs, when Jimin and Jungkook open the door to their world just a little more, one thing is certain. We will never see them the same way again. Amid the excitement, rumors, and endless noise, we must remember one thing. Our job is not to spread rumors. Our job is to protect the people who have given us so much. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. If you believe that honesty is stronger than noise, and that real relationships don't need theories to shine, then you're in the right place. See you in the next episode. And get ready, because what's coming will not be easy to forget.